headed south on Highway E. We came out of Eminence, Missouri on Highway 106, went about 4 miles from what you would call downtown Eminence, and then we went south onto Highway E. We've gone about a mile. So in another half a mile, we're going to go left or east onto Shannon County 414. And that will take us about another quarter mile to the property. Oh, here we're coming up on it already. You can see a sign, Crystal Creek Ranch. So Shannon County 414 goes down about 1.5 miles and dead ends at the Crystal Creek Ranch, which I think is just a small kind of a recreational outfitter type place. It's not a huge thing, so you still won't have much traffic at all on this road. And now we're already coming up on the property on the left. So I'll see if I can find a spot to pull over and park, and we'll check this out. Now this has a few things going for it in my mind. It's big. We're in an awesome area for recreation, and not just Eminence. The town of Eminence is really cool. It's got the Jacks Fork River running right through it, which is really popular for floating on tubes, for kayaking, for fishing. It's a beautiful river. And also there are several huge trail rides right in Eminence, so it's popular for that. We've got national forest all over the place. Within just a few miles from here, you've got thousands and thousands of acres of national forest, which are open for public use, for hunting, camping, trail riding, that kind of stuff. So then on the property itself, you've got this large property here in an area that's really well known for white-tailed deer, for turkey, wild turkey, and somewhat recently, within the last 3 or 4 years, I believe, the Missouri Department of Conservation released a population of wild elk into the area, which just the other day, I think I saw my first wild elk up here, only not even 3 miles from where we are right now. Turned a corner in the road and saw what I thought were 2 enormous deer, and I remember thinking in my head, those are the biggest, most dark-colored, funny-looking deer I've ever seen. They finally scampered off into the woods, and as soon as they left, I thought those almost had to be elk, which would make sense up here when they released that elk population. So I'm trying to find a good spot to get a view. I saw this property in the winter. This is the first time I've seen it in the spring, and had an awesome view off to the north. But now these leaves are so thick, I'm having trouble picking up that view. You can see it basically starts sloping as soon as you get off the road. It's not steep here, but it is sloping down. This was logged within the last couple years. We got a large piece of acreage up here, and a lot of times we will come in and we'll clean it up and do building sites and that kind of stuff. What we decided to do on these is leave them just as they are and price them absolutely as low as we can. Let everybody come in and they can choose their own site. You can leave things completely as they are, or you're welcome to, like I say, clear your own building site or camping site. Jesus, this is thick. I can't even get through here. I can see a few open areas. If I had the topo map with me, I'd tell you kind of how this land lays. But basically, I mean, this slopes down, it slopes back up, then it slopes down, then it slopes back up, and it probably slopes up and down one more time. So you can certainly build on here. It would be great for recreational use as well, for hunting. You could have a lot of fun with a four-wheeler or a side-by-side out here if you cleared some trails. Basically, it's what I think is a phenomenal opportunity to get a very large piece of acreage for an extremely reasonable price, and very close to Eminence. I mean, you're out in in the recreational privacy of the national forest, but you're only 5 minutes from town, so it's kind of the best of both worlds. You're welcome to come in and clean it up yourself. Mother Nature will take care of a lot of that as each year progresses. These trees will grow larger, and the limbs and everything that the loggers left will rot away. And in a few years' time, you'll still be into the property dirt cheap, and it will have gone way up in value. Or that's always the plan. That's my plan on the properties that are sold for investment purposes. This is kind of a deal where you're getting in super cheap. It's an investment you get to use with you and your family. If you hunt, if you camp, you can come out here and make memories with your kids and your buddies. And all the while, the trees are getting larger. The mess the loggers left is rotting down. Honestly, when I saw this in the winter, it looked pretty bad to me. And now coming back in the spring to have all these leaves, it changes everything. It looks a lot better, but I know that the next several winters, once these leaves are off the trees, it's going to look rough again. But that's why we're selling it at the price we are, because we haven't spent a week out here with our machinery cleaning stuff up. So nice opportunity for someone to get in, and if you didn't think you could afford a parcel this size, this is a great chance to do that. Very rarely will we have anything this size for that low of a price per acre. So take a good look at this one. Beautiful property in Shannon County, Missouri, just about 5 minutes outside of Eminence.